This is a ghost gun. This right here has ability with a .30 caliber clip to disperse with 30 bullets within half a second.
Politicians, they say the darndest things about those items they don't understand, but they know you can't have and are not protected by the Constitution, right? So in this video, I just wanted to show you some of the fun things that I've encountered in my journeys across the interwebs, on the YouTubes, and elsewhere. And if you've got some interesting clips that you think we should share, feel free to email them in or post them below in the comment section. Look forward to checking that out. So guys, let's get into it. So we're going to come back to that doozy a little later on, but certainly one of the big battles we've been talking about in 2023, stabilizing braces. You know, those braces that attach to a pistol and they don't convert it into some sort of automatic firearm or bump stock or anything like that. It has nothing to do with the fire control mechanism. They simply allow you to, you know, stabilize and fire a pistol, and some people choose to use that as a shouldering device as well. Well, try telling that to this guy.
Stabilizing brace, which is depicted here, when attached here, it turns this weapon into an automatic weapon. It becomes a bump stock. And so it will allow that to essentially be fired like an automatic weapon. That's the danger. It's so...
Right. That guy knows he knows more than you. And he knows that he knows more than the millions of Americans who've gone out and purchased these devices as well. But I want to pivot to one of my favorite options out there. Let's check out what I believe then it was Vice President Biden, now it's President Biden, what he said about warning shots.
If you want to protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun, have the shells, a 12-gauge shotgun, and I promise you, as I told my wife, we live in an area that's wooded and somewhat secluded. I said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here or walk out, put that double-barrel shotgun and fire 2 blasts outside the house. I promise you, who's ever coming in is not going to...
Now, just so we're clear, every single person I have ever seen who has done a warning shot has been arrested and criminally charged. So what then Vice President, now President Biden, has told you to do is to commit a crime. So just so we're clear, that is not legal advice from me or this channel. I'm simply showing you what now President Biden has once said. Guys, really quick, we've never done a video like this. Do you like it? Show your support for this concept, this channel, and of course the Second Amendment. Hit that like button, join the discussion in the comment field below, post up your favorite crazy things, maybe your favorite cringy things that the civilian disarmament enthusiasts love to prattle on about. I look forward to seeing that. Now back to the video. There's also a lot of confusion about bullets. Let's check out this one.
But some of these bullets, as you saw, have an incendiary device on the tip of it, which is a heat-seeking device.
Now, just for the record, incendiary bullets are not heat-seeking. That's not how they work at all in any timeline or reality that we're talking about here. Either, again, that individual knows nothing about how incendiary bullets work, or even how bullets work. Or maybe they don't know anything about heat-seeking. I don't know. The only thing I'm sure about is they just don't know. But they're not alone. Let's check out this next one.
So you don't shoot deer with a bullet that size. If you do, you could cook it at the same time.
Right. Again, that's not how this works. And the person made a gesture. Now, again, they said bullet, but I'm a little reluctant to spot them the common courtesy that when they said bullet, they meant bullet as opposed to cartridge or something like that. Because there's been a lot of deer that have been shot with a 30-06, a 270 Winchester or something like that, that I'm reasonably convinced did not come out medium well done when it got dragged from the field. Here's another one, because we're still talking about politicians who get confused when we're talking about ammunition, How about ammunition magazines, clips, things like that?
Very briefly, to your last question, what's the efficacy of banning these magazine clips? I will tell you, these are ammunition. They're bullets. So the people who have those now, they're going to shoot them. And so if you ban them in the future, the number of these high-capacity magazines is going to decrease dramatically over time because the bullets will have been shot and there won't be any more available.
So truth be told, there's actually a bunch of different options that came back to this similar concept that politicians have no idea how magazines work or how clips work, how they are distinguished from one another, all that kind of good stuff. The gist to it, for those of you who may be new or confused on this topic, including any politicians or future politicians checking this out, a magazine or a clip that's loaded with cartridges can be reused after you shoot it. Pro tip: banning magazines is not going to result in some sort of dwindling supply because I took 10 loaded AR-15 magazines to the range, shot them off, and suddenly I have to discard them. Not the way that works at all. At all. But of course, they're going to try to regulate and take that away. Let's check out this next one dealing with a major politician and a very wealthy guy who knows that you should not have AR-15s. What does he say about them?
Isn't it pretty hard to define what is an assault weapon? Because it's so easy to write around for manufacturers to create weapons that...
Well, if it can fire a lot of bullets very quickly, that's a good place to start, okay?
And hunters
then you
would
can
say,
argue what a lot is. Okay, let's pick it. Let's say 3. If you haven't hit the deer with 3 shots, you're a pretty lousy shot. That deer deserves to get away. Let's get serious here.
But that would ban most pistols. That would ban most...
No, but pistols are different. You have to pull the trigger each time. An assault weapon, you basically hold it, goes... Blah, blah, blah.
Wow. So that is former New York City Mayor Bloomberg, who has been throwing money all across the United States to get gun control laws passed, firearms banned, you name it. And he thinks AR-15s are all full automatic weapons by default, and probably other so-called assault weapons, aka normal, modern, sporting rifles. A profound disconnect in what it is that they're trying to do away with, what it is that they see that's out there. These people have no clue. Now, they have not only no clue about what these firearms are, what these magazines are, what these devices are, but they are also utterly disengaged from the statistics on these particular issues as well. About, for instance, the millions of defensive uses of firearms across the United States each and every year. About the fact that between, you choose the number, 95 to 86% of mass public shootings take place in gun-free zones. Or about the fact that backyard pools kill more children than AR-15s or any other so-called assault weapon do in any given year. So do, by the way, lawnmowers, buckets, ladders, falling out of bed, the practice of autoerotic asphyxiation. All these claim more lives than AR-15s do in the United States in any given year. But obviously, that's what we have to be putting our attention on, right? Let's take a look at my favorite.
This is a ghost gun. This right here has ability with a .30 caliber clip to disperse with 30 bullets within half a second. 30 magazine clip in half a second.
Well, he just kind of said it all there, didn't he? We just hit every single talking point that the civilian disarmament enthusiasts love to prattle on about. He mentioned those ghost guns. He talked about the fact that a .30 caliber clip, not really a thing, to fire 30 bullets within half a second. Right. Also, not a thing. I'm not familiar with any bearable firearm closely resembling what he's talking about that can fire bullets, even a lawfully registered full automatic machine gun. Not close to 30 bullets in half a second. And of course, he then closes on the always popular 30 magazine clip. I've always wanted to talk to that sheriff's deputy over his left shoulder in the top right-hand corner of the screen, because you know that guy is thinking to himself, oh my gosh, I cannot believe what that guy is saying. But there he is up there on stage, giving him a show of support and endorsement and not grabbing the microphone, taking the firearm away and saying, you don't know what the heck you're talking about, which would have been absolutely fair under those circumstances. Guys, what's your favorite crazy thing that an anti-gunner said? Post it up below. Ideally, try to source it. I have no idea how this video is going to do. Don't forget to show your support for the Second Amendment. Show your support for what we're doing here. Hit that like button, as well as if you just caught us while browsing through, don't forget to hit that subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of our future content. We're going to close with our always popular quote of the day. This one comes from the Greek philosopher Plato. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Yikes. And if that's the case, we've got some pretty small people we just checked out in this video trying to regulate and take away what they cannot begin to understand. Look forward to joining the discussion in the comment field below. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this one, please feel free to check out some of our other great content, and we'll see you in the next one.